All right, and welcome back to another exciting episode of Minetest Gameplay of Sorts. Yeah. Yep. And it is 71.9 degrees in Chicagoland area. Very cool. Very weird weather. Some weather fronts moving in from Florida and from the West Coast. They're going to meet up in the Midwest. Yes, they are. But how's everybody doing out there? Cool. Yeah, had a couple comments. Symbicon had put in that she didn't like the hand-painted textures, but the wood in the inside of the boat was a lot better. That's why what I usually do is, and I'll show it, is I create my own texture pack by taking elements from all the texture packs that I like and putting them in there. So I will show that. The other thing was I was demonstrating something in the last video, and it didn't show up because I failed to turn that camera on OBS. So my bad. But the other issue was with the passwords. It seems that when you create, I don't know if it's just my version, but this is the flat pack version. And when you create, it puts a auth file in. And when I created a new world, it didn't happen. So I just copied it from another one for single player. But what I'm talking about is I have a bunch of texture packs here, and my texture pack is actually made up of textures from Default and from Vanessa E's HDX texture packs. So what I'll do is I'll find something like this Default Desert Stone, and this is actually a higher resolution than Default. So I copied that from her texture pack. As a matter of fact, I did that to a lot of them, and put it in my own texture pack. So there. That's how you do it. And it's just playing around with it, whatever you like to do. So what we're going to do is we added some more mods, but first, this is the desktop of the day. And somebody had asked, what operating system did I use? What distro is that? Who is that? Electronic Albatross. And basically, it is Ubuntu, and it's the long-term support 2204.1, running GNOME 42.4, and yes, that's how you pronounce GNOME for the desktop environment. It's not GNOME. And Linux enthusiasts will go, it's not GNOME, it's GNOME. And it actually stands for something from the GNU project. There you go. But it's running on a Lenovo ThinkPad E485 with only 16 gigabits of memory. And it's an AMD machine. I absolutely love it. But the main thing is, they said it doesn't look stock. And you'd be correct. And if I go into the tweaks program here and under appearance, the only thing I'm doing differently than stock is the Orcs Gray Light Compact theme for the shell. And it makes this area thinner, which I like. So there. The cool thing about Linux is that you can do almost anything you want with it, as in terms of customizations. Where Mac, you can pick light or dark. It's a very simple layout, and everything does what it's supposed to. At work, I have to use Windows 10, and everything's convoluted. You have to go to 4 different places or to get into the settings. So yeah, it's personal preference, whatever tool that one wants to use to do their job. or to get things done. So let's look at this new world that I have called Cool Villages, or Villages Cool Villages. And look at all the mods that I've played with and added. We added castle gates, tapestries, Christmas trees, because, you know, Christmas is coming up. We added some mobs. A. had added a comment about the boat. It turns out, I believe he's the developer of all the A. Piercy mods. It says, okay, I know I was evil putting damages on the boat, but simply keep some steel on player inventory, click on the repair, it'll float again. But once it sinks, it won't be cheap to restore. It's fine. The, if you play in survival, even your tools, when you go to cut down a tree, it uses part of your usefulness on the tool, on the axe, and then you have to repair the said axe or any of the other tools. So having the boat be able to sink and sustain damage, it's fine. And I loaded a bunch of other automobile mods. Got a teleporter mod, which is cool. So we got all these mods on here for this world. Let's go into said world and watch me screw up, because you could see my desktop right now. So if I come over here and I want to, we have a black screen. How nice. Go to window capture. Nope, that's not it. You get to listen to me mumble around for a moment guess what? It's not in there. Oh, there it is. My bad. Again. So now you see that there's no bars around the video. Yes, I am professional. No problem. So look how, and it does take the more mods you add, the longer the time that it takes to load. But once it does load, ooh, we're getting there, 93%. So I stumbled on this thing called Working Villages. And I wonder if I could show, you know what? We're going to go back to screen capture for a moment while this loads. So, as you saw it pop in, but we go over to Minetest, and like I'm making this thing do. So, come on. I don't know why. Villages. Let's see what pops up here. And I'm running Sokomine's Villages. Or am I running? Oh no, I am running Working Villages also. It does the mobs. But Sokomine, explore the world and find villages of different types. Buy a house in the village and settle down. I will. So what that is, look at that, seamlessly went back to it. This is actually very cool. Oh, I'm sitting in a chair. No, I'm out of the chair. So this was generated by this world. I had to fix some things in it because when it spawned, like some of these railings, and look at how cool this is. This is the cottages mod, and it's a fence corner, but you can make some really neat railings by using that. So this is one of the houses that formed in this village, and it's pretty well detailed. Over here we have another kitchen with chimneys and fireplaces, lots of storage. There's a wheelness people. She's just walking around aimlessly. Oh, she climbs stairs now. How nice. We have more dining rooms. Yeah, you can go in the dining room. And another kitchen. And we'll go up. And this level is pretty cool. It's a bedroom. Great views. I feel like a realtor, but I think there's another level here. Come up here. We have balconies. That's actually pretty cool. I got the weather mod turned on too. You can see another house off in the distance. You know, I don't like that. It's now, why didn't that? Oh, that's not the gun that has the zoom on it. But I think if I have the binoculars, let's see if they're there. No problem. So now I can zoom in, and there's another house, and it was generated by the mod. So we'll check that out real quick, because there's a lot of cool. I don't think I need. Yeah, I just have to have it in my inventory. So we're gonna do a fly around, but I like the way this house is constructed. And then there's an attic, more bedrooms. It's very cool. Now the whole purpose of this, it's not that so you don't have to build anything. I wonder if those wellness people can open doors. We'll see. Let's go outside. Oh, there's a cow, a moo cow. Another one. Very nice. Right now I only have the pets mod. I don't have the mobs redo turned on. So we come out here. I really got some really good ideas. Look at that. I got some cool ideas. Oh, what is she doing in front of that window? I don't know. Might as well take a screenshot now, because that's just cool. And it would help if I turned all the stuff off when taking said screenshot. Now we disable it. There, we got the screenshot out of the way. So we have a little pool here. I wanted to copy this house into another world, but because it's generated from like a scheme, kind of didn't work. But I really like the layout and how that house works. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to create, because I'm going to keep this world going for a while. We're up on this little island. Now what we're going to do is we're going to put a boat. So let's do a fly around real quick. Look at that. That's a cool idea with the stairs. I've done something similar in the houses where if you want a grand staircase going down, I like that. So we have this. I'm using the John Smith texture pack, which makes everything look old and medieval, which is very nice. There's the back stairs with the moo cows and the fences. But you can get a lot of inspiration from doing something like this. So it is, oh, you know what? I never checked that out. I want to go down there and see what that is. I think that's just a storeroom. This is what I'm talking about. Some of the doors opened in reverse, and it's no big deal because you just break them and you come in and you put the doors, and now they open the way that you want them to. So there's that. This is just a storeroom, and there's stuff in there. Look at that. Very, we're going to put these doors in here. Very cool. So I highly, what I like to do with this mod is you could create a world where'd the cows go? Oh, they're there. You could create a world where you just want to create I've seen people create first person shooters with this. As you can tell, I have my gun here from ranged weapons. Very nice. We'll go down this isn't actually a basement. I like how they do this in medieval. It's actually ground level, but you see a lot of houses in that period where they have the stone base and then the wood goes up from there. So what we have here is we have an elevator. I put this in here before I found the telepads. But over here, it's got some real cool areas down here. Nice. But there's a telepad right here. So the first one we're going to go to is the village. Boom. We're there. And it's sort of like TravNet, but you can really do a lot more with it. I tried putting this on my my modern world, and it wouldn't. The problem with my modern world is that I started it on 4.16, and what ended up happening is nice. He's a snow fixer, I guess. What ended up happening is how everything was stored and laid out. So I don't know. I have to work on it, because in the newer worlds, it actually creates a database file. So this entire village was generated. Very nice. There's a church. This is a little, I don't know what this is. It's like a lookout. He's a guard. We come down here by the waterfront. Very nice. I love this path. That path is Village Road from the MG Villages mod. Very cool. And let's take the fishing boat. Put the fishing boat up here. We have biofuel. And I do have my wrought iron in case my boat sinks. Yes, I do. So another question was, maybe I can't do it because, there's not enough space here to do that. Another question was, can you change colors? Yes, you can. And we're going to get some dye here because I like yellow. So you can take your dye and punch the boat, and then by using the sneak or the sneak key, I can change both colors of it. And let's say I want gray for the secondary color. There's gray for the secondary color and for the first color. There we go. I like that color scheme. Very cool. So now let's get on the boat. Let's take control. And we're empty. We're going to hit it with some fuel there. Nice. We have to start the engine. Cool. And then we can go off. And I can't remember how to get it to go in reverse. Doesn't matter. Oh, too fast to set anchor. Not good. Let's turn around. Oh, look at that. There's a house over there. You know what? Let's go to the house. Start the motor again. I really do like this mod. But what we can do here is oh no, take control, stop engine. Oh no, we're gonna crash. I think I just crashed. But you know what? That's fine, because I can repair the boat now. Nice. So in the last video, I was actually using the test pack, my texture pack, but then this one I'm using the John Smith text pack. We're going to disembark to the left. Look at that. That is just way cool. So here's another house that was formed by the village. Very nice. Enough stuff to have somebody live here. Very cool. And it just spawned it. And there's a bunch of other ones too. I love doing that with the picnic, with the cottages tables. You can create what appears to be a picnic table. And I'm going to show some other stuff. So to move this video along, because I do a lot of videos. Here's an overshot view of this town that was generated. Very, very cool. And you can see these. I didn't do any of this. This was all done. We have wagon carts, wagon tracks. There's blacksmith. There's farms. There's a church. The wagons are really cool. So you can see how the wagons are done, and it's all done with the cottages, all the stuff from the cottages. So you can create the, it has the wagon wheel, and then by just turning the benches upside down, you can create all this stuff. Oh, that creates a door. And here's it's got some barrels on it, and it's just how you put, like, this is actually part of the node below it. So these can actually look like they're sitting on top of the node, which you can do with the, let's go to cottages. And in cottages, so here's the wagon wheel, and we have these half doors. I'm looking for the table and the benches. Here's those railings, which really make some cool things you could do. So that's an upside down table on a right side up table. So if we wanted to demonstrate that, we can go. If you don't use the sneak key, if you don't use the sneak key, see how I did that there? And then you can take your screwdriver and you can flip that up and there. So that's how they did that. And then you take your wagon wheel. We're going to come over here because that's an axle. What the? Oh, what's happening is I didn't hit the sneak key again. There we go. And there's your wagon wheel. So now you have an axle. You can see how that's laid out. And then they're using benches around here, and there's trap doors here. So what you'd want to do is, if I wanted to create, we need a helper block. And the reason why is because a helper block is going to let us do what we want here. So if we do this and we need page one. Oh, here it is. Flat wooden planks. We also have wool. You can create a covered wagon. This won't work. However, if we take a barrel, we need the barrel from here too. I want to do this real quickly because there's a lot of stuff I want to show. I know I have one because there. So if we take a barrel and we go like this, we can have it sitting up. We can take our screwdriver. For whatever reason, these aren't barreling. I chose the wrong barrel. But now I'm going to take these away and I'm going to put these here. And then we're going to keep turning them. Oh, look at that. There you go. So there's your platform of the wagon. And it's got two barrels sitting on it. So you just do the same thing with the rear axle. And then here's a step for the one. That's kind of cool. But you have to use, I don't want to keep saying it, but it is completely true. You have to use your imagination. Yeah. I'm going to do more with this village, so I'm just going to leave that here for right now. Make it look like somebody's working on it. But we have a multitude of different homes. These half doors are very cool, and they can open halfway. And if this is a barn, no, really, I don't like how that does that. Instead of opening, they just go down, but that can be fixed. Here's like the living quarters for said barn, and beds and stuff. Very nice. Go back out here. But in the country, you always see they have like half doors. And that's a great idea. But it never, it's not really used today. So we have a multitude of different houses and towns and stuff. Here's a church, and I put some Christmas lights on here. This one mod here, this people, it's not folks, the folks mod. He doesn't do anything, but you can go in and you can give it different clothes and stuff like that. He just stands there. And the other mods, isn't that cool? I got Christmas lights on the town center here. This guy here is part of working villages, and then you have to use the scepter to change his job. Right now he's a guard. He can be an herb collector, a woodcutter, a torcher. I don't know what that is. And a snow clearer. And then you can assign him the current position, and then he can have a home position. So he can have a house or something, and you put that in there. And if you look up in the position, up in my upper left-hand corner, I'm at 2051.4, 1.4, 710.5. You would add that value in to there. So yeah, and she over here is an herb collector, but she's not collecting any herbs. And usually when they collect, it'll go in here. And so current job is herb collector. Where's my guy that's doing the snow? Because that one actually, where are you, Mr. Snow Dude? And there's a well over here. There's other cool buildings here too. Like here's a whole farm. Or where you put cattle and stuff. They get out. They climb over the fence. But I love this, how they did the fences. There's one of my moo cows over there. There's a lot of unique. Is this, yeah, this is, so I had put one of the anvils from Wellness because allegedly it's supposed to spawn a blacksmith. But it hasn't. So I have to look into that, how it will just spawn. There you are. There you are, my man. Now go do some blacksmith stuff. Now he stands still, because I don't want you following me. No. Good day, sir. Hi. So he's the blacksmith. He's supposed to be blacksmithing stuff. And then there's builders and stuff like that. So let's go back and try to find our snow dude here. There he is. Hi, Mr. Snow Dude. See how look at that. He's collecting snow. So when you go in, he's got snowballs. Very nice. So he's doing his thing. So that's this world. And if you fly around, you will find, because we will do that, I think my home position is, so let's go back to home just to make sure that I am set for home. Yes, I am. Cool. And we'll go back here and we'll go to the forest village and teleport. And now we're in the fort. She's blocking my door again. I can't get out. Excuse me. Thank you. So here is the forest village. This spawned in the forge, and there's some artifacts that you got to take care of, but This one's pretty cool too. And it has different houses, different ways that are set up. You got a little farming here. You got a little sort of barn area. But let's see if he's built anything. So I put down one of these signs. He hasn't even started the fancy hut. Let's cancel that build. So we go in, we want custom house. Position outside the house, right. No. We don't want a custom house. I don't know. You know, it would help if stuff worked. All right, I'm going to take a wild guess here. We're going to go, I want a fancy hut and I want default wood. Begin build. Allegedly, this person over here, which is working villages, villager is active, and he's got wood in there. And his job is a builder. So we'll say, oh, I got to show you this. I got to show you that. This is cool. So, yeah. So hopefully he's building. But this, like I said, this is working villages. And tired of carrying stuff. It just spawned. Very nice. We have windmills. We have a lot of working stuff. There's one of my birds. Here is my 1 point with Christmas lights. Very nice. So I am going to save these worlds, this world especially, and to do something with. And I have to clean up this area here. So what it did is when it puts it in, oh, that's that. It puts it in. But what you do is you fly around. And look at this. Up in the middle of nowhere is another little cabin. Just out in the middle of nowhere. Fully loaded. We have bunk beds. We have a furnace. Some tables. And you can buy it. So you can buy this plot for 1 copper. Cool. And it becomes yours for the low, low price of 1 copper ingot. So this, like I said, this was generated, and you just, oh, look at that one. Here's another one here. I didn't even know about these. Oh, 2 of them. Very cool. Let's go down and take a look. Some are better looking than the others. Actually, that's kind of neat. Let's go inside and see. But it comes up to a little patio here. That's kind of cool. Alrighty. So the main thing is, and we have a ladder here. The ladder goes to nowhere. Kind of like, what was that? The highway to nowhere, the bridges to nowhere in Alaska. So then we have, let's come over here. I was speed swimming. What is this one? All right. It's everything that you'd need. You got a bed, you got a furnace, you got storage chests with stuff in them. You got books. Very cool. Torches. So you could play a first-person shooter game, and you could take over and conquer different things. So this actually works. Let's just fly 1 more second before we go home and go somewhere else. Look at how cool that forest is. So there's a lot of stuff that you could do. So every once in a while, I like to create a new world and build something. And, oh, look at this. Here's another house. So it generates pretty much, and this is how, that's a nice looking house. I would like to replicate this one. Nice little cabin. And it's snowing out. Oh, look at that. So we have in-store florage. In-store florage. Yes, we have florage. We have storage. I like using the trapdoors for something like that. We have a furnace. We have a loft. Very cool. With beds. And again, using the, what is that? Oh, it's a bed. It's not, is that cottages? Yeah, it's a sleeping mat. But we have the handrails here, and it really gives a good look. We have more windows. So there is that. So let's go back. Let's go back to the main. Huh. How much is this house? This will cost you 1 copper. You sorry you're not able to pay the price. Oh, you want to you want to bet? We are going to take some copper. See, I got copper now. Congratulations, you bought this plot. Cool. It's my house. And just to make sure, let's throw a telepad here. The cool thing about the telepad, oh, we're going to put it right there. So we'll take a telepad. We're going to put that there. I don't need the copper anymore. Or the dirt. Boom. And we're going to call this one Summer Home. Nice. Very cool. So let's go home. Wait a minute. Did I close the door? Look at that. I didn't close the door. No, I did. So now I got a summer home. I have a winter home. Home base. Yeah, like it really matters. But I am very, I want to recreate this house in my medieval world because I really do like, I like how this looks. It reminds me of an old inn, and you can see how they use the stairs and how they use the wood to create the beams. So you got these stairs laid like this, which create the tops of the doors to give it depth. Okay, so that is this world. And like I said, you could create a first-person shooter. You could have a bunch of people on a LAN party, and you know you can make some really interesting things. And there is that my. I don't know if that was the boat over there. No. And like I said, the villages will just generate. And people can explore, take over the houses and everything else. So there's that. So we're going to exit out of this world, and we're going to, how am I been talking for 38 minutes? We're going to go into another world as soon as this shuts down. And we're going to go into my test world and enable mod pack. We have all that. Handle schematics, villages. Nope. You know what? We are going to enable that. Save it, play. So, oh, I'm in the wrong. Oops. I'm in the wrong texture pack. Doesn't matter. What we're going to do is we're going to real quickly show you what I plan to do. Come on. You know, if I should just learn how to edit properly. And then and then come back. Oh, look at that. It's flying now. But you have to put up with that. The worst thing is when you get all the way to the end of it loading, like it gets to 98%, and then one of the mods has a hiccup and kicks you out. And you go, thanks. And then you have to track down the mod that did it. So this world is a world that I created. I was just playing around with different mods, but it was interesting enough to keep continuing. And you could have hundreds of worlds. I mean, there's no limit. So you can see here. Wow. That actually doesn't look that bad with that texture pack. So I gotta show you this. I keep forgetting. This is a house that's generated. These are wood drawers. What mod is that? I don't know. It's a storage. I'll find the mod. It is wood drawers. Cool. And then we have, this is from Home Decor, so I can change wardrobe. It's just the easy way. But what we have here is another house that was generated. There's a reindeer around here somewhere that I have. Oh, I have A.P.R.C's speedboat, which is very cool. I need to add the wheeled mod on here, but let me show you this. This is kind of cool. This is that staple bread. I don't know what the mod does other than staple bread. But I like it. It has no use. There's my reindeer. Hi, Mr. Reindeer. You don't like me stapling bread to you? There, have some bread. Go away. The motorboat acts the same. It doesn't repair. You don't have to repair it. But here's the funny part. So I spawned these houses up here. He just stands there. I don't know why. You can, let's see. That's not it. What is that mod? These are the well. Oh, this is the people mod. I can't remember. Oh, folks. So you can take, if you have this and you click on it, you can bring up, you can change the name, you can change the player name color, you can change the texture, even though I only have the one texture. And then you can write a message and save it. The problem is it doesn't move. It just stands there. And it just gives you a message. And you can't kill it. It just won't. It won't die. And it just, you have to use the other tool to get rid of the mod. Use this to remove the NPC. Okay. So that's kind of, I know there's another one around here. It doesn't matter. I'm not going to spend any more time on it. But if we go into building, we have these other shops and stuff. Here's a house. There was a restaurant, a school, restaurant. This one's pretty cool. I'm going to get rid of all this, so it doesn't really matter. But you can take this and you can place that right there. And look at that. It just did a restaurant. Very, very cool. And I mean, it's cheating, but who cares? And what I mean by that is it just pre-generates it. Well, so you can take the pre-generated stuff and add it in with the stuff that you're going to build. But there you have it. So that's a whole nother mod of that you could do to get started in a world and then, build your own stuff. The other thing I wanted to show real quick is the cars and the motorcycle. And if you don't want to generate, so there's a car and there's AP393's motorcycle, and you have to have the biofuel, and I think it stays true to that. So here's, and you have to hit it with biofuel. You can open the top. So now we have a dune buggy. Very nice. We have lights. Cool. You can direct it by mouse. So you can see how I'm moving the wheel by the mouse. And go off board. And, oh, look at that. The wheels stay turned. Very, very nice. Ah, you know what I should have done? I should take a screenshot of this too. Look at that, because we have a motorcycle and we have, nice. But there you have it. That is a look at, and the same thing with the motorcycle. You hear the motorcycle direction by mouse. And the other cool thing is, look at that. I'm on says motorcycle. Let's go off board. I want to go into this one because I want to see what I look like. Look at that. Oh, I am rocking that. I tell you what. Very nice. So, hats off to AP393 for creating those mods. I'm using all 4 of them. Well, there's a lot more. He also has mods for airplanes too, and air utilities. So this is what this house looks like when it spawned. And I changed a bunch of things. So what we're going to do in the next video is we're going to elaborate on, we are going to make it into something cool. And this is what you can do. If you want inspiration, you want to do something, I took out the entire bottom part here and I'm making it into my own. There's my toucan. So I will show you and we will play around with that. Because I added a bunch of stuff here to make my living out here. What I want to do is I want to put a deck all the way around and some patio. This is going to be a bathroom, if I can walk correctly. So here's our little bathroom. We're going to create like the sleeping quarters are going to be downstairs. So thank you very much for watching. That's Mom and Pops. I love that bouncy. Thank you very much for watching, and until the next episode,